I'm shooting Gunfighter, by the way.
What?
Shooting Gunfighter. So just got back from the Umpqua Regulators, where I shot my first ever Cowboy Action match as a Gunfighter. And it went pretty badly. It was, I think, the worst match I've ever shot. So if you're looking for a video of some fine shooting, you gotta check something else out. But if you wanna see a complete train wreck, stay tuned. We've got 5 stages to look through. Please like, subscribe. You can check out the loadout from last week. And next week we'll post a mainly low light reel. But there were some highlights. Let's check out this first stage.
All right, stop your rustling.
All right, shooter ready?
Running into all sorts of problems there, huh? Is that the last one, or do I got one more?
Should have one more. The one on the right. One on the right.
So the one I just shot out of order. Okay. Okay.
Weirdly, that will be one of my better stages on the day. So what I have found with my pistols is when I am doing traditional shooting, I am holding more in this kind of elbows bent right here, and I'm not fully using the sights. I'm using more of a point of aim. I know where these guns fire. When I shoot duelist, I use the sight a lot more, and I know how the gun fires from that position, and I'm standing with my shoulder kind of aligned with the gun. And when I shoot double duelist, I then switch to here. Gunfighter, I have a dilemma where I can't really get in either of the positions that I want to shoot. And as such, I was running into not being able to put my sight directly where I wanted it. So I thought I had that figured out, and I made a correction, and you will see me do something that I guarantee you've never seen anyone do in a Cowboy Action match before.
Let's compromise.
Shooter ready. Stand by.
I'll find him. Maybe. Oh my God.
Huh. That was 10, cowboy.
All right. Well, that's new. That's new.
Huh.
I ran out of fingers.
There we go. Well, let's move on to the shotgun now.
Yeah.
That went well. Okay.
So if you'd never seen someone miss 10 straight pistol shots, now you have. So on that stage, the big correction that I figured I would make to my gunfighting was, instead of shooting with my right hip back, which is how I always shoot pistols, I figured I would put my hips neutral, you know, stand feet shoulder width apart, and that would make it so my arms were right in the right position. What I found was that was a little uncomfortable for me to hold the guns, because I don't think I've ever tried to shoot them like that before. So when I moved the gun into my sight window, I also moved my head. So I was doing basically this. and I was missing all over the place as a result. Now, something that happens when you're especially when you're trying out a new skill in a competitive setting is as soon as the buzzer sounds, you get a little bit of adrenaline, which is great. That's one of the main reasons that I do this to begin with. When that happens, your corrections sometimes then start coming bigger than you intend. I really just got way off on pistols. I could not recover. Now, to make matters worse, my Rossi 92, which I've just spent a lot of time slicking up, and it ran beautifully at the last match, 60 shots, 60 loads, 60 hits, like everything was perfect. Actually, with 59 hits, I missed one, but that's my fault, not the guns. Had some feeding issues. I was stovepiping, and then I was jacking out around. I think it was my levering. I don't think I was going all the way out on my last stage, although I managed to jack one out there because I needed to make sure to reload one every single time I was up there. I think it was more of an issue of the levering on my part. Shotgun, however, I was doing pretty decent, getting more comfortable with my loading that 97. Let's see if I can make some more corrections and maybe hit a pistol target.
I'm shooting them in the wrong order, aren't I?
Yeah.
But I'm hitting them.
You already got your P.
I'm hitting them. Jeez. How many did I lose?
I'm thinking 2.
One more, right?
Yeah.
So if you saw The Last Samurai, you might remember that scene where Tom Cruise is doing the sparring with the other samurai, and the old sage character says to him that you have too many minds, mind to the audience, mind to the sword, mind to your opponent, basically you're overthinking it, just go out there and do it. And that was what I think needed to happen. But what was happening is every stage started with the pistol. So I'm at the loading table thinking about what I need to correct on these pistols. I'm getting up there, I'm picking up the pistols, I'm thinking about fixing it, and I think that led to my detriment because I was always overthinking it, and then when something would go wrong, I'd kind of get flustered and overcorrect. I think if we had started a stage where I had shotgun or rifle first and moved to the pistols and just kind of naturally fell into a stance and pulled them out, I might have been a little bit better at some point. By the last stage, I was starting to figure it out, and this stage wasn't a complete train wreck, but it wasn't good either.
$5 for a cup of coffee.
Stand by. One on top, 3 on the bottom. That'll do it.
So if you saw that, I did a little chicken wing grab 4 for the shotgun and fed those in while I was shooting, and a little bit of a fumble, but not too bad. I was overall pretty happy with how I did the shotgun on the day. Rifle, when it worked, was working good. I think it's just me not throwing the lever all the way. And then the pistols kind of were what they were. This last stage, I started to dial it in a little bit more. Let's check it out.
Hands on table.
No
Shoot.
spiders, buddy.
All right.
No,
Shooter.
Oh, no spiders.
Thank you. No spiders.
No
There we go.
spiders. Oh, I'm sorry.
Gamer. I love this guy. Gamer.
So that was just a funny exchange with Leadhammer about spider fingers. Basically, if the stage instruction is hands flat on the table, you got to have your hands palms against the table. If it's just hands on table, you can do spider fingers, where you've got your hands ready to come up like they're little spiders there, but he did specify flat. I did put out a video on, you know, gamers and cowboy action shooting, and has sparked some interesting discussion. So if that is something you were interested in, you know, please check that video out, and let's watch this.
Spousal support?
Stand by.
Better with a pistol. It's getting there. I'll take it. Yeah.
Jacked it. Last one. Boom, perfect. 2 and 2.
What the?
So I don't know that I will be shooting Gunfighter again anytime soon. But that said, I think if I went out and I shot another 5 stages tomorrow, I could get myself into, maybe 1 miss per stage. That last one, I was starting to find out where I needed to point, and the rhythm and the stance, and it was starting to feel a little bit better. And you know, honestly, that's the only way that you can get good at a skill, right? Is you got to practice it, and you got to practice it in the way that you're going to use it. And if you're going to use it on the clock in Cowboy Action, you got to practice it on the clock in Cowboy Action. So, I think I went on the day from horrible to bad, and you know, that's an improvement. I think I will stick to traditional with B Western, but it was something where I'm wearing that Buscadero holster. I wanted to at least, you know, give it a go and see how it would treat me, see how I do. I think it is such a cool shooting style, but it is it's a really different way to think about it versus the other styles there. Even duelist, where you are shooting one hand, or double duelist, where you're shooting one gun then one gun. It's a different way, and it's you have to keep so much the same and change things just enough when you switch gun to gun, and it's very easy, I found, to overcorrect. So come back next week. We will check out a lot of lows, and then we'll be back next month for an entire another loadout. Have a good one. Get out there and shoot.